All right. Hey guys. Lane closed ahead. Let's try and go by these. Give everybody a scenic view here. Hey everybody. I might not be able to, really see your guys' comments or anything like that, obviously, because I'm driving, but I figured I'd go live because I know that you guys couldn't hear me at the at Warriors Path. So tired. Did not get much sleep last night, but got like 3 hours. I don't know. Might get a hotel room. I don't know. It matters if I would find a place on the way that would accept dogs. Harry got, buddy. Thanks, Jamie and Mallory. Cool. I was gonna say I'm glad because I forgot to check. I wonder why. There's no way you would have been blocked. That must have to do with something with the subscribers or subscribers only. For some reason, some people have issue commenting when it's on subscribers only. It happens. It's like happens quite often, and I don't know why. I haven't figured out why some have issues, because they swear that they're subscribed, and most Motel 8s, most of those are really crappy. But I mean, I guess if I was desperate times call for desperate measures, so if I had to, I guess. It's happening in a lot of channels. What is? Oh, the subscribers. Bye, Michelle. Do you know where I'm at? I bet you do. At least you guys get a nice scenic view this time. I met up with Jennifer. She was at Warriors. So was a toaster oven. Oh, Tennessee was good. It was good. It seemed it went by super fast though. Like I don't feel like I got as much. I feel like I didn't get as much done. I don't know. But I did get done one major goal. Were really two major goals, kind of. Well, one of them wasn't really a goal because I didn't think I was going to go to the vigil, but so I did get to go to the vigil for a couple hours. did make it to that. So the one, now I'm in Virginia. To all you Virginians, right over, just across the line. Wow, you guys aren't allowed to, radar detectors are illegal in Virginia. Just saw a sign about it. So made it to the vigil, and yes, I talked to Fred Hill. So happy about that. And talked to his wife. And nobody else talked to Fred Hill. Like, what the freak? What the freak? Come on, guys. Somebody get up there and talk to the man, please. I need some different perspectives. This guy, I need people to see that he's not like what people are saying. That, like Jody Sue has put out there, and people like, the guy's a good guy. He's a really good guy. I mean, I'm not saying he probably doesn't I mean, he probably dabbles in some illegal activities. But he said law enforcement knows all about that. He doesn't have any free, I mean, he's not like, nothing like serious stuff, but I mean, he's not like Mr. Innocent or anything, but he was not, he was real, I mean, he's just real nice guy. His wife described him like as a doormat. I'm like, oh, sounds familiar. She said that she's always getting on him about people using him and taking advantage of him, because he'll do anything for anybody, you know. So everybody needs to toughen up a little bit. Use as the excuse that Ziggy said, like, hey, be like, hey, Ziggy said that you wouldn't mind if I stopped by or whatever. He's super cool, you know, and if he doesn't feel like talking, how to know if he's there is look in his driveway. You'll see a truck, a dark colored truck in the driveway. There's several vehicles like at the bottom of his drive and stuff, because he works on cars, and you know, he'll purchase junk cars and fix them up and resell, or people will give him ones that whatever that they need off their property, like he'll tow them, stuff like that. But it will be in his driveway. That's how to tell if he's home. And one thing I wanted to correct. I don't know where I got it. Look how much gas went up 75 cents just going over the border of Virginia. Oh no, it's $4.64 over there. So I guess that's oh no, it's saying my phone is hot for some reason. Yeah, the girls went swimming at not at the swimming hole that Summer did. That was but they went where there's some areas where people swim on that lake. They had a really good time last night. But Fred's wife it's not really his wife. They've been together for, she said, almost 20 years. But her name's Laura. Tina is his ex-wife. I could have, I don't know why I thought that her name was Tina. I mean, I know, like, I saw on his background. I mean, maybe I got that off his background because there was his wife's name's Laura. They have two, or not his wife, they're not married, but they had two kids together. Fred Jr., the second, and, or maybe I shouldn't say their names. But yeah, they have two kids. Everybody's a junior down there. He said that they people like, he said a lot of people that is, and like, he said it himself, not anything I suggested or anything. I tried not to lead, and you know what? I was also paying attention to how he would answer, and he was answering everything exactly the same as last time. And he still stands by that there was a prostitution ring going on over there at that, down there by that, where the other little area that Don and his ex-wife used to live on that property. He said, I go, even that there's a sign? He said, yeah. I'm like, well, I guess, they say he was holding the sign trying to sell his son when he was a baby, so I guess it's not too far-fetched, I guess. But, and then he said about the Rose Bly thing, or actually, I didn't talk to him, I don't think, about Rose Bly, but I did his wife, because the first time I went, he wasn't there, so I came back later, and thankfully he was pulling in right when I got there. But she said that she could have swore that Rose lived down there for a short time, like a long time ago, but I don't think it's anything that they were intentionally misleading. I think we're talking about a long time ago. I mean, I can't even freaking remember what I did like yesterday. His memory, I'm telling you though, her memory is not like, I could just tell. Like, I sat there and talked to her for a couple hours when I first went there yesterday. Her memory, he is like super sharp as far as memory. I mean, it seemed like to me like a photographic memory. The way he would talk about things, not just not just the day Summer went missing, but yeah, he said like, yeah, he's been like that his whole life. I'm like, man, I'm like, and he's been I will say this, and this is all I'll say about this, because he's been very beneficial to the investigation for law enforcement. I'll just say that. He's like, totally agree. He remembers everything from the day Summer went missing, except one thing he says that bugs him, and has bugged him ever since. He said there was a truck that pulled in. There was a truck that pulled in, and the afternoon, or I guess, I don't know, it would have been afternoon, I think, earlier afternoon. The day Summer went missing. If you get to Fred's, where Fred's at, oh shit, call, dang it, it's gonna, Hold on. His house on Ben Hill is like deep in the holler, like hollow, however you say it, hollow, holler, whatever, holler. It's like the second to the last house, and people don't go by there that often. If one thing that stuck out in his mind, which of course I have everything like recorded, but hopefully I listened back to a little bit of it and I noticed it was quiet. I'm hoping I can intensify the sound a little bit. One thing that stuck out in his mind though was that he was working on a vehicle at near the end of his drive. Like I guess it would have been afternoon time. And there was a truck that came by, that drove by, he said, and he was like, and it was sitting, it was sitting, it was his driveway, which really, it's one house like after it, and it would be a very odd place. Like, you thought that the truck like was turning around, like, because a lot of people, he said, like if they go down that far, a lot of times they'll go down to the last house and turn around because it's a very narrow road. So extremely narrow, especially closer to and a truck passed. He said the one thing I cannot remember is I cannot think of what kind of truck that was or who was driving it. I think he said it was some man. I have it recorded, but that's not it. He said that the person was sitting down there in this truck. He thought at first that they were going to turn around, and then when they turned around and just waited, he thought that the people thought, like, or the person that was driving thought that that Fred was getting ready to leave and thought maybe the guy was like waiting for him to let him pull out just to be nice or something. But no, like the guy never like moved. And he didn't really think much of it, so he just left over to his mom's, which was a little down at a little bit of, I don't know how far up, towards, Don and Candace's, but nowhere near it, but it's towards that way. He went over there, left to his mom's in his truck, and he was at the end of his mom's driveway working on something down by the road. And he started to think, like, he remembered that truck never left. The truck never left. And then he saw a car. I forget what color a car he said, but he remembers like the color of the car. He even remembers it was a girl, a young girl, around 18, or he said that she looked like she was like 18 or 19 years old. And he described her hair as sandy blonde, and said that she then drove by. His mom's is even way down there too. I mean, his mom's is just like the next one up from his, like when you're going out of the holler, next one or next, it's not far up. It's one of the next ones after his. It's at 165, and even though that might sound close, to 110, it's really not, because there's a lot of space in between each property. And so then he sees that girl pull in, But wait, there's more. And she goes back there. And then I don't know, you'll hear him describe it. It probably, I'm not a very good storyteller. He sees Andy pull in. Jody Sue's ex going by that way. Well, what the hell was Andy doing back there? He doesn't live back there. He goes back there. Then he sees, like later on, all three of those vehicles leave out of the hauler together. So that would have been, and he said, by the way, he said, Andy is on camera back there in the hauler the day Summer went missing. He said he knows for a fact there was camera footage because stuff was getting stolen. Like silly stuff was getting stolen, like their, decorations and stuff like that. So somebody put up cameras on Ben Hill, I think around near Simpson Road, if I remember what he's saying. And he said that Andy is on camera. They know all who was in and out of that hauler that day. And I mean, he's like, I am certain 100% Andy was in there, and he was there. I don't remember what else. Last thing I remember the last thing I was telling you, but I don't know what you guys last heard. I might have to come back on later because it says it's only 4G internet. Yeah, he's talked to law enforcement several times. He said 3 or 4 times since I was there. like I said, he's been a great resource for law enforcement. And I can't tell you guys exactly why. I mean, you guys know I tell everything I can, but I mean, but there is just like a small portion I cannot say. But besides the fact that he's been very like very important. So I hope that means like that hopefully law enforcement, you know, what can you guys tell me? I don't know if I'll be able to see really because I'm driving, but can you attempt to tell me what you guys heard last that I said? Because I don't want to repeat a bunch of stuff, but I'm obviously not going to say anything I feel like would interfere with the case or anything Fred like asked me not to say. Like I just said, I don't even know if it would really interfere, but still I don't know. But does anybody last thing I heard was about Andy being on camera? Did you hear that? Did you hear that Andy was seen? Did you hear me say that Andy left out of the holler with that the truck and that other the car? Like those people left out with Andy? The ones that Fred saw. And no, I don't want to tell the story all over again, but he said definitely Andy was there, that was there earlier in the day than he's saying, and that he met up with somebody at the end of the holler. And what I was saying is that the timing is very odd because it would have been around the time that Candace got back from taking her mother to, her doctor. So it would have been right around that time. And it's like, just what do you mean that's not what you said? That's exactly what you said. What did he say then? Tell me what he said. Since you were there, tell me what he said. Which part is not what he said? Waited patient. Why? Who are you, Stay Tiger? Came off of 167. No, he didn't. No, Fred didn't meet up with them. Fred didn't meet up with. Not that he met up with it. Hold on. This person actually, he said he met up. Who? Not that he met up. Wait, what? What are you saying? Hold on, let me And followed a truck in a silver car. Andy followed a truck. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. Then upon coming back down the Wells driveway, the truck followed Andy. Yep. Well, then coming back down the Wells driveway. I don't know anything about that. Down the Wells driveway to the highway, Fred followed the truck and Andy. Huh, that's not what unless there's a but a lot of that sounds exactly right. A lot of what you're saying sounds exactly right, but from what I was told. He must know him. I don't know anything about the Wells driveway, I don't think. I don't know. I have to listen to the recording. Fred followed the truck to his own property. Yeah, I thought he said that yeah, that Andy or Fred followed the truck to his own property. Okay, but to his property. And then he was working on something at the end of this driveway, right? And then he thought the guy was going to go back there and turn around, but then he didn't. He just like sat back there and Fred thought that the truck was waiting for him to get out or pull out, but he never moved. And then that girl with the car came by him. Wait, after he went, when he left, okay, so he left to go to his mom's. It was kind of a confusing story. He left to go to his mom's, which is just a couple houses up. This is what I remember, but I have it recorded. So, I mean, it sounds similar to what it sounds very similar to what I was told. I don't remember the Wells driveway thing. Because this story with the silver car, what silver car? I don't know the silver car. Oh no, I never said he spoke to the person. Doesn't look like Fred in the picture. Fred doesn't have it. No, that's not Fred. It was Andy going up to the Wells Drive in a silver car following the truck. Truck also. But I do remember. Oh, ask questions. Which one's okay? So which one are you saying is not true, and which one are you saying is true? I don't know which one's the first one. I thought I'm just talking about one story, so I'm trying to think what you mean by two different stories. Can you I think that the stage hire sounds like he knows what he's talking about, so that's the only reason why because a lot of what he's saying sounds credible or sounds pretty similar to what I was told. But I don't know. I'm confused though. Which one's the first story? What you mean by first story, and what you mean by second story? Do you want to come up and grab a link and tell us what you're saying, or would you rather not? Because it's going to be frustrating for you to just subscribe in the chat. Because I'm not going to be live very long, and I just wanted him to describe what he was saying, because I want to know what he means about the first story and the second story. You'll come up. Okay, let me grab this. Somewhere here in a second. A second, if you don't mind, because I really want to hear what you're saying, but it looks like I don't know. No, this isn't about Dawn. This is a different story. This isn't about Dawn. Not the one I was told, anyways. Let me pull right here. Wait, I went ahead to stop so you guys can get a pretty view here, because I want to let him up. But just him, please, because I've. Okay, let me get this. I had to pull up my video to put it in the chat. I don't know. I don't know if the. It says 5G. Okay. Okay, I pinned it, but I put only stay tiger, because. Okay, but I need to know. I just dropped the link. Just that way you could describe to us what you're talking about, so that we know who you are, and if you can click that link and just make sure you don't have, like, close out everything on your phone or your device once after you click the link, besides the window that you're going to be. And I'll watch for you. It could be me repeating something wrong too, honestly, because. But we'll see. No, that's the wrong person. No, it's just for Slay Tiger, guys. That's it. Or Stay Tiger, or whatever he was. Not. I see other people trying to come up. I just need I want him to come up by himself right now. I don't know. Is this Tiger? Are you gonna come up here? No, I'm not in the holler. Really, Caitlin, stop. Let's see. How's he Slay Tiger? Stay Tiger. What? Okay, hold on. It won't let me add you, or hold on. Okay. Hey, how do you know about David? Can you? I can't hear you. You've emailed me before. How do you know what Fred said? I am like seriously confused now. And there's 333 in chat. Whoop, whoop. David, it's I don't know. Something's weird with your camera. Can you please? What do you mean? Because you listened to me, though. How would you know what Fred said? Because you listened to me. What? This just happened. Yes, last night. I thought you knew him. No, no, I need somebody that's, I thought you spoke directly to Fred. How can somebody tell me what he said if they don't even know him? Yes, I just talked to Fred last night. I know I don't hear him either. He's in the chat. But can you, do you have mute? Did you mute your mic or something, David? I thought you knew him. This is something a little bit different. I mean, it might be like a similar story, but this is different. I was like, well, I thought you were saying something that sounded like familiar, or it sounded like it, but change what? I'm so confused. Change what? It's not the same story. It has nothing to do with Dawn. I guess, well, it will make more sense if he's able to. I think he's gonna try to drop and then come back. But I'm gonna go ahead and get going. I thought he was like a friend of his. I didn't know he was going by Fred's story on the last. This, I think, I don't know if this is. I'm not sure. You guys are gonna have to listen to when I play the recording to see. It's like this. I don't. It doesn't have anything to do with Dawn. He didn't mention Dawn. I don't. It it. He did mention that something about that the first time though. I do remember something like that. But he didn't mention about the guy going back, and I don't think. I don't. He didn't. He didn't say silver vehicle either this time. Look at the weather, guys. It's going to get really bad. I'll probably lose you guys. I was so confused. Man, I was excited. I could have friend. You would see it. You would see a funnel cloud.